Hi, it's Keto Granny, and I really hope that you can see me well during this video because I'm making this video and I'm sitting in front of my patio here, and I have the screen open and I have a little breeze coming through here, so that's why I'm sitting here. Otherwise I would be sweating, and if I cut on my fan or air conditioning, then you won't be able to hear me. So I want to talk about stress and just how stress affects the keto diet. This is important to me because I do the ketogenic diet and I have been under a lot of stress. Now, I'm sure that I'm not the only one who has stressful situations that they have to deal with. So you have to learn to deal with stress just to take care of yourself generally and on a whole, because if you have too much stress, you can have strokes, heart attacks, heart attacks. Those are some of the main things that you can have because we're just dealing with stress. And stress can come from many types of situations. It can come from being around stressful people. It can come from being in stressful situations. Stress comes in all different forms. Now, stress, it can have a negative effect on your health. It has a negative effect on your wellness and your well-being. Chronic stress that you have all the time. You can be under so much stress that it can cause your blood pressure to go up. It can cause hypertension. It can cause blood pressure that remains high, just about all the time. It can cause cardiovascular diseases. It can cause, diabetes and different things. Stress causes your body to go through a lot of different changes, and those changes are not good changes that you're going through when you're stressed or you're in stressful situations. Some of the things that people do when they're stressed out, one of the main things they do is they eat. And when they eat a lot of foods, and they usually eat the foods that they don't normally eat. If you're stressed, you're going to eat the foods that you don't normally eat, especially if you're on the ketogenic diet. You're going to want foods that are more toward comfort foods, that are sweet, that are sugary, that taste good at the moment, that good feeling that you get when you're eating something that you enjoy, or that that feeling that you get from eating ice cream or cake or something like that. So you're going to want comfort foods. You're going to want to eat these type of foods. You're going to reach for cakes and cookies and pies, pastries. If those things are available and you're under a lot of stress, if you don't have anything that's prepared for you to reach for, then you are going to reach for some type of sugary, starchy food in order to satisfy that craving that you have at that moment. That's why it's good to always have something prepared for yourself, or always have a plan, always have a Part B plan, so that if you have to deal with stress, or if you have to deal with a craving, have something readily available that you can have handy to eat, that's going to satisfy that craving. If you crave potato chips, have you some pork rinds available. If you don't like those fluffy pork rinds, and get you some chicharrones. Those are the ones that are a little bit more, I want to say a little bit more coarser, a little bit more harder. But you can find different ways to satisfy your different cravings that you have. Stress, as I said, it has a negative effect on you. It makes you overeat. And like I said, when you overeat, you're going to choose those high-calorie foods that taste good. When you're stressed out, you tend to crave like junk foods and foods that, that you're going to either overeat, foods that you're going to binge on because they're going to taste good to you. And you're just more than likely you're going to keep eating them and eating them and eating them, or just adding to them, okay? And this is what you don't want to do on the ketogenic diet. Have a plan. Have a plan of how you will relieve stress if you get stressed out. or get in a stressed out situation, have a plan as to how you're going to relieve your stress. Go for a walk. Go for a 20-minute, at least a 20-minute walk. I mean, it can be a slow walk. You don't want to run. It has to be a walk. If you're running, you're going to be pumping adrenaline and everything, and that's going to be like a HIIT workout, and it's just going to have you revved up and everything. So that is not going to help you. Go for a slow evening walk. That will help you relieve stress. Do about 20 or 30 minutes worth of yoga. That will help you relieve stress. Get a book and go sit in a room. Sit by your bed, read a book. That's going to help you relieve stress. Have a cup of, I say warm water with a little bit of lemon in it. Sip that. That's going to help you relieve stress. There are a lot of ways to relieve stress. Meditate for 20 to 30 minutes. Just go in a room and close the door. Be by yourself. Sometimes that's hard to do, to get time by yourself. But, if you got a patio, go sit on the patio. Tell them you're going to walk around the corner to the store. Find a way to be by yourself if you can, because I know sometimes that's not possible. Sometimes that's just not possible. Okay? But I want you to know, if you get stressed out and you start leaning toward eating more comfort foods and eating things that you're not supposed to, this is normal when you're stressed. So make sure that you find a way to relieve your stress so that you can get back on point. Now, if you fall off and you're doing a bunch of stress eating, just stop. When you can, just stop and then go back to your clean way of eating. Go back to a fast, intermittent fasting. That's what I go back to. I'm not one that can do these long 24, 36, 48-hour fasts because I have different medications that I take. And so I have to take different things that I take with food and different things like that. So I don't attempt those type of fasts, but I do practice intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting has great benefits also itself. It has great benefits itself also. Food, I want you to know, food has a powerful effect. It has an effect on your well-being. It has an effect on your mood, on your health. It can affect your stress levels also. And a lot of times what people do when they're stressed out, that's what they do. They engage in emotional eating. And this is a way that people deal with stressful situations, and they cope with something that's bothering them. Usually, stress eating is usually triggered by something that's going on in someone's life. Something that makes them lose control, makes them not care, just makes them feel like they just want to fill up this emotional void that they have. And a lot of people use food to do that. So, if you're eating a lot of stuff, sometimes just try to step back and look and try to figure out, why are you eating like that? And sometimes this is where you have to engage a personal coach or an accountability coach or a friend that you can just call and talk to them when you're having a problem with your eating. And you all can talk each other through this. You can give each other pointers. You can encourage each other. Have a partner that you can do this with. Stress eating. A lot of people, they struggle with this. I struggle with this. I've struggled with this before. I control it now a lot more than I used to be able to control stress eating. But stress eating is real. And it's something that you can be prepared for. And that you can overcome. What I do, like I said, I have a lot of things here right now that I don't normally eat, that I don't eat on the ketogenic diet. That's for sure, because my grandkids are here, so they have everything that they eat, and they eat everything, okay? So I have to have foods that are available for me to eat sometimes. I have some ice creams. I don't have any cookies or anything right now, but I have some ice creams that I can eat. I have different nuts and seeds that I can also eat and have. you know, that can tide me over also during that time. There are several ways that stress can bother you and make you overeat. So this video, just like I said, I just wanted to talk to you about stress. Wanted to be aware that stress can make you overeat. Stress can be the cause of a lot of things that happen in your body. Stress can cause you to have strokes, heart attacks. It can cause many different cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, high blood pressure, irregular heartbeats, atrial fibrillation, different things like this. Stress can cause a lot of things. Stress, it changes your brain patterns, it changes your habits. And because stress eating is a habit, if you keep doing it, it's going to become a habit that you're going to start feeling that you're supposed to use where you're feeling stress. So you got to be careful of the habits that you develop also when you're feeling stress. But this is just the first part of a series that I'm going to be covering, talking about stress, especially during the quarantine time right now. If you're in the house and you're stuck in the house, you're not able to get out, you're going to be more stressed. So you're going to have to find ways to relieve stress. Like I said, meditation, yoga, going for a quick walk, low impact exercise, meditation, reading a book somewhere by yourself. These are just some of the things that you can do to relieve stress. Take a nice, warm, relaxing, I'd say a bath as hot as you can take in some Epsom salt. I do that. Lavender oil. Light you some candles and relax. Just relax. Let it go. But this is Keto Granny saying, I hope that this video has helped you in some way, helped you realize that stress can be damaging you and your diet. That may be why you're not able to get into ketosis, because stress will kick you out of ketosis. You won't be able to get in ketosis like you're supposed to. Stress can cause a lot of things. So this is Keto Granny saying, relieve your stress. Whatever you need to do to relieve your stress, relieve your stress. This is Keto Granny saying, everyone have a nice evening. And until next time, stay focused on you, your diet, and your health. Much love and peace. Bye-bye.